Hey, this is Shannon with another 10 minutes of astrology. Today we're going to be talking about a birth chart for another friend of mine who was born on January 18th, 1995 at 5:55 in the morning. I'm going to keep this relatively discreet, but if you want a free 10-minute video, contact me with your information. I'll happily post it. Or if you want a free in-depth reading, I ask that you come to Greensboro, North Carolina, and let me record and post the full reading online. If you don't want a free reading because you want to keep it as personal as possible and not put a whole lot of your business out there, I do charge $30 for the first reading. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up her chart, talk about a few key points, and see where this goes. So I want to keep this right now as basic as possible. So I'm going to first point out her sun, and then I'm going to point out things that are within as much of a less than a degree off as possible. Because I love doing just within 1 degree. It'll give you the most accurate and just best suited information. I can obviously do all of it, but we don't have a whole lot of time, so we're gonna get started. First, we have the sun here, and you see some conjunctions, but I'm gonna really talk about the sun here in Capricorn. So this is daily life. It is at 27 degrees. So we are beginning to cusp into Aquarius. So she has the daily life kind of beginning to be the best of both worlds, not quite. So the sun in Capricorn is about stability, it's about finances, it's that financial minded, it's being, Capricorns are known to be a little bit of a penny pincher. Being on the cusp of Aquarius means that even though she can have all these plans and even though she can focus on all these financial things, sometimes it just doesn't happen that way, and we're gonna go visit friends, or we're just gonna do something else and we just don't feel like it right now, whatever. So that's where she stands there. We're also going to talk about her moon in Leo. I have a moon in Leo. Moon in Leo people, they can be one of two ways. They either think highly of themselves and love attention, or they can be very questioning of who they are and where they are. So Leo is the sign of the lion. It's the sign of the cat. So the best of this is like that bright, big lion that just has it together and they're powerful, right? Or in its devolved state, it can be like the little scared kitten that just cries and doesn't know and is terrified just of everything. So with that being the moon here, that's internalizing. So I have a feeling based on all of these other alignments that she is more of the scared kitten type. So we have this, and it is, let me see what I wrote down. Give me a second. It is opposition to Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius is fun. That is la-di-da thinking. It is just doing its own thing. Mercury is the small communications and small thought processes, and Aquarius is about the wider world and the big, broad universe, and Aquarius is all about friends first. So her small communications are going to be with really good friends, but she can also kind of blend into a whole room. But opposition here is what concerns me. So these are both at 16 degrees. They're varying. You can see down here the actual minutes of the degrees. But this opposition tells me that she goes back and forth between wanting to be that big, bold lion in her own spirit and in her internalized, because the moon is about how you view yourself and how you handle how you internalize the external world. Mercury, those small communications, in this case in Aquarius with friends. So she goes back and forth between wanting these friendships and wanting to open up and wanting to have a whole lot of fun to feeling like it's inappropriate to do that. And she can struggle with feeling some senses of shame and guilt, and she can kind of beat herself up with this particular alignment. Something else that I want to discuss, which is very heavy, very heavy. I want to emphasize this is bad. This is not good. This is going to be a struggle. She has Pluto here at 0 degrees. I'm going to link the Through the Degrees video on the YouTube link. So people for TikTok, you'll have to switch over to YouTube or scroll through the TikTok history in order to find this video. In my Through the Degrees video, I explain why 0 degrees is the worst of any planet alignment within any sign. 0 degrees is rough, 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 rough. It is hard, especially at the earliest degrees that she has, which is 0.03. Pluto is about sex, death, reincarnation, transformation. That being at 0 degrees in Sagittarius, not only does she not know how to transform herself and how to be this bigger, broader of just existential thing, but it's in Sagittarius, which is blow by the wind, straight shooter, you know, so she wants to get straight to the point and go straight to the transformation, and these life lessons that are going to be thrown at her, she may not learn from, because she will struggle, because she thinks that there is a straight path to get to wherever it is she's going to suddenly magically transform her, and she will never receive that. Hate to tell you, girl, I am so sorry that you got a bad deck of cards with this birthday alignment. I can try and see if there is hope if you want a more extended reading later, but right now it is just not looking good. And let's add insult to injury here. We have Mars in Virgo at 1 degree, so it's just slightly, it's a degree and a minute off, but it is still very much square to this Pluto. So Mars at 1 degree, it's a little bit better than 0 degrees, but not by much. Still very much so learning. So Mars is about action. It's the working life. It's war. It's, you know, those conflicts in Virgo. So people with Mars in Virgo typically are very detail oriented, and my kittens are waking up, sorry. They're very detail oriented and focused. They want things almost done to perfection, with hers being at 1 degree, so she is cusping Leo with this. So it's like she wants this particular thing and she wants it just this way, but her Leo nature, Leo is not really a sign of get up and action. It's the sign of a cat. What are cats usually? Lazy. Leos are, and Pisces are some of the laziest signs of the zodiac. Don't get me wrong, they have their moments, but for the most part, they'd rather be lounging. So she has this back and forth between, I just want to relax and I just want to lounge and I don't want to deal with life, and Virgo, which is, we have to focus, we have to get this done, it has to be great. She can be a really hard worker. With this square, she's going to struggle to transform with her work. Girl, if you want any more information, please feel free to contact me, and I hope that this was helpful in some regard. I don't want to totally ruin it for you, but this chart is really hard to read. So I hope this was helpful. Share with anybody else that you know that has this birthday, or just share because you want to. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, etc. I'm on 16 different social media platforms, and don't forget, I am selling bookmarks on Patreon and on my website. If you're interested, they're only $15. Peace out, fam. Take care.